Take a ride through a residential construction site anywhere across the country and you'll most likely find the homes being clad in vinyl siding. And for good reason. Compared to other exterior finish materials, vinyl siding is relatively inexpensive and virtually maintenance-free, provided of course that it's installed correctly. In this segment, we'll show you how.
Vinyl siding is manufactured in 12-foot lengths and comes in a wide variety of colors and styles. While there are many choices, the primary structural differences between siding types are thickness and nailing hem design.
The heavier wall thickness combined with a reinforced nailing hem give this type of siding far greater resistance to wind damage and temperature extremes than standard siding. Of course, it's also more expensive, which is why most new homes are covered in standard siding, also known as builder's grade.
There are several specialty tools needed to install vinyl siding, including a zip-lock tool, snap lock punch, and a nail slot punch. The zip-lock tool allows you to separate the bottom edge of one piece from the nailing hem of the mating piece. To use the tool, slip it underneath the piece to be removed and push the handle forward so it catches the bottom edge of the lip and then pull down. A snap lock punch is used to form lugs along the cut edges of a piece of siding. The lugs allow the siding to lock into undersill trim installed below the windows. For times when existing nail slots are not aligned with stud markings, a slot punch tool is used to create the required opening.
Before we can hang any siding, we'll need to determine the position of the starter strip, which is the piece used to support the first course of siding. On a typical house, the strip should cover the seam between the mud sill and the foundation wall. On our shed, the starter strip will be positioned slightly above the top of the ground contact lumber.
To begin, hold a piece of starter strip at the corner of the building and make a mark along the bottom edge. Next, measure the distance from the bottom of the soffit to the mark. Add a ½ inch to this dimension and record for later use. Before our corner post can be cut to length, the top must be cut to match the angle of the soffit as shown here. With the top cut, measure the distance you recorded earlier from the notched end and mark the post using a speed square. To cut the post, as well as all vinyl siding materials, use a plywood blade. Install the blade in a miter saw or circular saw, but be sure to install the blade backwards. With the post pointed upward, place the base of the saw on the peak and make the first cut. Next, remove a small piece of the nailing flange on both sides of the cut line. Now,